Brittany, we'll see you in a second. Okay, we talked about that salmon, and now we're gonna get a little porky, and I don't mean pig. This is the Rastelli's 6-ounce premium pork ribeyes with the Tuscan butter, and guess what? You're getting 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Our QVC price is $77, but let's look at that easy pay, $25.67. You are getting 10 6-ounce pork ribeye steaks, and you're also getting a 3.5-ounce tub of that Tuscan butter that you can put on the steaks or not, or maybe on bread, whatever you want. It's yours to choose and yours to use. We also have this on auto delivery every 90 days for 1 year. I'm gonna bring in Chris, who I'm sure he's gonna torment me again, and I'm used to it, but I just wanna let him know I am excited to see what he does with these pork ribeyes. Chris. Uh-oh.
You know, when we talk, I'm putting my gloves on, but we talk about our pork ribeye steaks. They're not pork chops. You know, they get upset when we call them pork chops, right? Because they're not pork chops. And it's not fair. I just want to show you this. Let me just cut this in half. Let's start here. So this is a pork ribeye. Why do I say that? Because it's cut just like our ribeye steak, right? Mm-hmm. It's cut from the same part of what the ribeye is, but it's pork. We get this from our friends out in Pennsylvania Dutch, Amish country, right?
Yeah.
And it comes to our plant fresh. These do not get aged like our steaks do for 28 days. These get cut, trimmed from end to end. We take off all the fat, we take out all the skin, and this is absolutely, from end to end, you're gonna eat every piece of this steak.
Look at it.
Okay, and I'm gonna call it steak because it's really not a pork chop. It eats just like a pork steak. This is so tender. I mean, I know. I just want to show you. I just wanted to show you how tender this is. I'm gonna go to the fork again because I think it's really important. No effort. When can you do that with pork?
You can't. Like, look at that.
I mean, that's how tender this is. It is that tender. This is not a special fork, TJ. I'm not cheating here, but that's how tender this is. And these are nice sized portions too.
Yeah.
If you look at these, right? I mean, these are 6 ounces. So I'm just gonna put one on a plate just to show the size of that.
Okay.
Right? Look at that. Look how beautiful that is on a plate.
There we go. We're going to center that up a little bit so you can see those green beans. You got some whipped potatoes there. I love that serving size, especially if you're thinking about portion control. I love the fact that you can get a nice piece there and get what you need. You're going to get the protein. And I love that you said it eats like a steak because it's so important.
It absolutely eats like a steak. And I mean, here's 2, right? I'm going to take a chance here, but here's 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Wow, and you're just using a fork. You don't even need a knife to do that.
You do not need a knife because these are so tender. And why? It's because of all the marbling that we get from this cut, this pork. This pork, it is just absolutely like butter. And it actually eats like butter too. It has a really nice buttery flavor. And I'm gonna take you over to the board. That's why I have my gloves on real quick.
Okay.
So let's come over here. So here's your pork ribeye, okay? I just want to show you when I cut this.
Oh my goodness, that's what we're getting. That's what we're getting. Oh my goodness.
Look at this. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna hold. I mean, look at this. See that?
That's the marbling. Yes.
When you go to the supermarket, do you see marbling like this? You don't. You see a nice pink pork chop, right? Mm-hmm. Those are the pork chops that are going to be grandma's pork chop. Those are the pork chops that you're going to be kind of frustrated with if you overcook it, right? These are going to cook to 145, 150. You don't have to cook pork to 160, 170 anymore, right? But that marbling is melting in that meat and it's making it very, very tender. And it's so versatile too, TJ. I have a couple things going on over here, but I love it's grilling season. They're great barbecued. Just a little bit of barbecue sauce on these.
Yeah.
You can make.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look. Chris, you just woke me up with that barbecue sauce. Come on, man.
Well, this is like a boneless spare rib, right? So you're making a boneless spare rib, which is something special, right? Or you can leave it whole and just glaze it, right? You have your pork chop here, which we put a little bit of our butter on, right? With that nice Tuscan butter that we talked about.
And describe that flavor profile for us, for our QVC family, if they never had it before. What is Tuscan butter? What makes it different?
The Tuscan butter is butter that we actually whip in fresh herbs, spices, garlic, has onion powder. It has all those spices, pepper, salt, all the stuff that you would want in a nice we call it compound butter as a chef.
Okay.
Because anything that you put any other ingredients into in butter, when you whip it, it becomes a compound butter. And it's used to flavor meats and fish and seafood. So it's just a really nice finishing butter that you can put on a nice pork chop like this. You know, or pork steak.
Gotcha.
But let me show you this. I want to grab the bag here, because this is going to be coming to you again.
And that's what it looks like right there. That's what we're going to see when it comes to our home.
That's what you're going to see. And they're going to be individually cryovac again, right? Beautifully cryovac. Again, 12 months in the freezer, TJ. So again, summertime, putting these away for grilling season. You can do with your butter. You can do it with the barbecue sauce. And one of my favorites, and my wife, she's kind of getting mad at me now, TJ, because I do it in the air fryer. And I'm going to tell you, she's getting mad because she doesn't know what she's eating anymore. So what I'm doing, this is one pork chop, right?
Okay.
One, pound it out, panko breadcrumbs, flour, eggs, like the normal breading process, right? But every time I make this,
it's bigger than your hand.
And one of those breaded like that is enough for 2 people easily. But when I make it, the first thing she says to me, what am I eating? And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, well, is it veal, chicken, or pork this time? And I'm like, well, you tell me. And she goes, oh my gosh, it is absolutely so delicious. She goes, it's veal. I said, it's not veal. It's pork. I mean, this pork is so flavorful. The marbling is so incredible. When you fry it, even when you pound it and fry it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It literally comes out moist and absolutely incredibly delicious.
Wait, Chris, I got to interrupt you. Hold on. You got everybody in the booth going, yep, it looks pretty good. How you doing? I'm just letting you know. It's working. This is the magic of television. It's working on us, and we work here.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, it's such a simple dish, but you can bread this, and you can grill it, you can air fry it, you can bake it, you can saute it. And I'm going to take this boneless rib I did. I just want to show you this. Right? Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is, right? I'm going to put it on my little tray with my corn muffin, my coleslaw, and check it out. I mean, look how nice that is. So, again, you have so much different things you can do with this. And again, this pork, it's a ribeye steak. It is not the normal pork that Grandma was making. And listen, for all the grandmas out there that had dry pork, it's not your fault.
Don't say that, Chris.
You did not have Rastelli's. You did not have a product like this that you're able to make dishes with. Because I'll tell you, you can overcook this pork, TJ, and this pork absolutely comes out. It comes out juicy.
Well, let's talk about that.
Buttery.
So how would someone like me prepare something like? Because look, I'm a novice in the kitchen, getting better. But so when this comes to me frozen, do I need to unthaw it? And then what happens next after that?
Yeah, you're going to take this out the night before, TJ, right? It's going to come to you like this. You're going to put them in your freezer when you get it home, right? You're going to tuck your Tuscan butter in the freezer. You're going to take this out the night before. If you forget to take it out, no problem. Just put it in a bowl of water, cold water, running water for about 30 minutes. These thaw out really, really quick. I'll tell you, the way I really like doing these, I throw them on the grill. I put a little of our Rastelli seasoning packet, sprinkle on each side, a little olive oil. I put them on the grill. I cook them for about 4 minutes on each side. Yeah. And they absolutely come out delicious. If you want to finish it with a little barbecue sauce, you can do that. But you're going to do that at the very end, right? When the pork is just about done. You're going to take your brush, a little barbecue sauce, and you're going to give it a little glaze. Barbecue sauce will burn if you put it on on open flame too early, so you don't want to burn it. But those are some of the options. These also make great kebabs. I mean, you can take this, you can cube it, vegetables, and do kebabs, throw them on the grill that way. You can marinate it like Brittany had the teriyaki sauce on the salmon. Pork lends itself delicious with teriyaki. It comes out really, really good. Listen. You can do stir fries. I mean, it's just absolutely endless on what you can do with it.
Chris, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Get those vegetables out of here. Anybody talking about no vegetables? Get that broccoli. I don't want any of that stuff. Where is the barbecue sauce and that cornbread and that coleslaw that you had? I'm not trying to bring, oh, here's some nice green beans you could put with it. That's not who I'm gonna be on for this.
Well,
so wait, I'm sorry. I'm just telling the truth. Well, I don't want vegetables when he's got barbecue sauce, he's slicing all this, and it's looking like that. Anyway. Hi, this is Melissa. She came in because look, it looks so good. I was like, you have to see this food.
Hi, I had to see this for myself. That looks amazing. My mouth is watering.
I'm gonna do a turf and turf here for TJ. I'm gonna add some of our breaded pork with our barbecue pork with the cornbread. I mean, but look at it. It's just so versatile, and you have so many nice things to do with it. And it all starts from where we get it from. It starts from the local farms with the relationships that we have actually had for over 40 years that gives us these beautiful, beautiful pork. And again, this comes fresh to Rastelli's. We actually clean it from end to end. We take all the fat, all the gristle, everything off, right? And then we actually cryovac it and freeze it. So it's only frozen once, which is really, really important.
Yeah.
It comes to us fresh. It's not aged, like I said. It is a fresh, beautiful product. I mean, and again, it is so tender. You can cut this with your fork. You don't even have to put knives on the table. It is that nice. It's that beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. And here's the thing. I love that you said your wife was asking you, what am I eating? Almost like it's misery or something like that. And you're like, what am I eating? What are you giving me? But I love the fact that she couldn't tell and she thought it was veal. So I love the fact that this is the pork that you're getting and it eats like a steak, but it's as gentle and as tender as veal, and it's so versatile.
It really does. And Brittany, actually, I'm going to bring Brittany in because Brittany's the one that told me about this cutlet, this pork cutlet like this, because she actually does it for her family. And I'll tell you.
Oh, she does? Does she?
She does.
Because she has everything else in the universe. Why not take this too?
That's a Sem.
Yeah, but
TJ, I'm gonna seriously make you a little family-style platter the next time I see you. So
I love that.
You're not gonna be mad at me anymore.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not mad at you. It's just jealous. You know, I love you both.
I sit there with all this food and sit there, you with your clean white shirt, thinking, how can we dirty that up a little bit? I don't think we can do it. At least not today. We'll get you one day.
Listen, we can do all this. I see all this food, and I had a bag of chips under here just to get me through, and it didn't work, and it's not gonna work. And I was like, my food looks different than theirs. Anyway, listen, I love you guys all. Listen, pick this up if you want something that's gonna eat like a steak. This is a great way to do it. Your item number is M82431. Brittany, Chris, I love you both. I will see you later. Happy eating. And